Did you see that? Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a blessing. I know it's a big deal, so I'm very, very lucky. I'm blessed to be in this position, but I really firmly believe it's the people in this building that have impacted me. You know, again, like Coach B, believing in me as a young coach and providing great opportunity for all of our young coaches and the guys I'm around every single day. You know, Barry Lenny and Mike New. And I'm just so thankful how those guys have poured into me on a daily basis. Like I sit back, I was sitting in my car last night, and I'm thinking I'm around two guys that have been play callers at a really, really high level. With Coach Lunny and obviously now Coach New, you know, working for the New Orleans Saints, you know, coaching Drew Brees, being a head coach. I'm so grateful as a young guy to be around those guys every single day. And obviously it's our players. We have really good players. Obviously a couple really good ones in our room. So great players and good people and great coaches. I'm just very, very thankful and blessed to be in this environment.
What have you learned about Coach New? Was he brought to the room? Was he brought to the offense?
Details. Coach New was very detail-oriented, and you can see obviously the NFL game is like that. It's a very detail-oriented game. He's helped me so much. Like, give you an example, like, you know, where we had a situation come up, and he was like, hey, let's do like this champion cafe breakfast, right? Something so small just to get those quarterbacks in meetings like 5 minutes early, just so we could steal like an extra 5 minutes of meeting time, right? And just footwork and his passion, how detailed he is with his players. And he's a very sit back and watch and kind of see and kind of give you his answer, very articulate with his words. So super thankful for Coach New because, you know, as there was a point where he was like, hey, Art, what do you need? No, Coach, no, I'm here to help you too, Coach. Like, Coach, I'm going to help you, like, you know. So he's been great. He's been awesome.
Coach Lunny just recently talked about your impact on quarterback recruiting. I know you can't talk about kids that are not signed, obviously, but what stands out to you about that role and what you bring to it, and how much do you enjoy it, going on the road and checking out kids?
Yeah, I love it. Like, I'm young. I'm 25, so I don't need a whole lot of sleep. I'm go, and I think I really believe the kids appreciate that. I'm real in who I am. I'm real. I'm genuinely me. I bring a lot of energy and passion, and I think some people like that. And then I'm relentless in recruiting. Like, you're not going to outwork me. That's just the bottom line. And I'm relational, where I want to get to know everybody in your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your girlfriend, your aunt, your uncle. Like, I want to get to know everybody who makes you, because it helps me have a better understanding for who you are when you get here. And so those three things: real, relational, and relentless.
What do you tell kids about how they can develop here with Coach Lunny and yourself coaching them?
Yeah, I think, you know, we have a kind of a product that's out there right now with Coach Lunny and his system and what he's done from his time at UTSA to what he's done now as a coordinator. And I think that's very vibrant. It's exciting. You know, he's had a lot of success with quarterbacks, and obviously me being under him and me living that life every single day with him, I have that ability to kind of give that product to said player, said family, said coach, said high school coach, right? So I think it's very exciting, a very exciting time to be a quarterback here in this university, but also very exciting to be a future quarterback in this organization, because I think the sky's the limit.
What's it been like to maybe watch the evolution of Luke Altmaier over the last 3 years?
Man, it's been awesome. It's been so cool just to see even his body, how much his body's changed too. It's funny, I'll send him videos of him doing like some med ball work back there, and he's like a skinny little guy back there. Now he's like filled out, he's got a little bit of trap muscles, you know what I'm saying? But it's awesome, just his growth, his passion, the way he is with his teammates. You know, I tell Luke, I said, bro, when you're the quarterback, man, your energy, your personality, your charisma impacts everyone in this organization, from the janitor to the secretary to the head coach to the coordinator to your position coach. Like, it impacts. So just to see him take on that role, be as positive as he is with his teammates, and truly just be all together as one. And obviously his play speaks for himself. He's a very talented player, so I'm super excited for him to put that product on the field this year.
How did you respond to maybe that advice, that his energy could maybe drive this thing?
Yeah, you know, Luke's a very deep thinker, and Luke thinks very critically, so I really believe he responded to it, because I see him do it on a daily basis, and I think he looks for those things. Like, Luke screams, coach me, coach, coach me, coach. He wants to get coached, right? And it's our job as coaches to bring our A game every single day, because he's going to bring his A game every single day, and he's going to challenge me to the best version of you, so it's been awesome.
What did it mean for him to be voted team captain by his teammates, and what have you seen from him on his journey towards that?
Yeah, it's been awesome. You know, again, coming here in 2023, he was quiet. He was a quiet guy, kind of more reserved, and just to see his evolution, his growth, like even when things were tough, that first spring when he first came back, to see the growth he made as a player, and it was that fall camp when it was like, hey, Coach Lang, this is pretty cool. Like, we're starting to see, and then obviously what had transpired in 2024 in the fall to where we are now, it's really, really special. And it was when he got voted captain, I was looking at him, and I'm like, and you could just see that smile on his face and that grin. So it was an awesome moment. I know it's something that's very, very dear and deep into his heart. So super excited to see where he's going to take that now.
I know you're focused on coaching the quarterbacks, but how much of big picture stuff do you absorb from Coach Lunny in terms of how to coordinate an offense, how all the pieces fit, play calling, and everything that goes into that?
Yeah, I'm very lucky to where I'm attached to him on the hip, almost him and Coach New. Obviously, we all three of us coach the quarterback, so we're very, very close to each other. So, I ask Coach questions every once in a while, but I observe a lot. Like, Coach has had a lot on us play, and our number one goal is to win football games in 2025, and so I'll watch him. On the road recruiting was cool. We're on the road for a week together, so we're in the car a lot, so I'll ask him different questions about his past and his history and some of his advice and things like that. But I'm always picking knowledge from Coach New, Coach Lunny, Coach B. Again, this is such a great environment. We got so many great coaches in our building, even Coach Henry. Like, I'll ask him, we had a conversation out in the parking lot like 11:30 one night. We were both leaving. I just was trying to pick his brain on some stuff. So I'm very, very lucky to be around some great people on staff.
What stood out to you about maybe the way Luke has worked with Trey and Carson and Trishan?
Yeah, it's been awesome. This summer we had us as coaches aren't here in the month of July, so we put together for Luke a summer quarterback school. And basically, Luke took our quarterbacks through a 3-week cycle of working Indiana, Duke, and then also situational football to where he was the coach. I'm like, hey, bro, we're not here. You're the coach. You run the meetings. You see the time. Here's the cut-ups. Go for it. And he attacked it. And I was calling the other guys, once or twice in the summer to see how he was doing. They all had great. They were calling him Coach Altmaier rather than things, so it was pretty cool.
What have you learned about Ethan this training camp compared to what you saw in the spring?
Yeah, he's had a great camp. He's had a great camp. He's done a great job absorbing our information. I think it's when a quarterback comes into the spring, obviously it's new to him, and now see him coming in the fall and taking what he's learned in the fall to apply it now in fall camp has been huge. Again, the one thing I really appreciate about Ethan Hampton is how consistent he is in his approach every single day. Like, he is the same person in meetings. He's the same person on the field, off the field. Way he has taken notes, but he's taken a huge jump this fall camp, and I'm really, really excited for Ethan.
What about Carson Boyd? True freshman throwing the fire in the spring. What have you seen growth-wise from him? How's he progressing?
He's very skilled. Obviously, Carson is a very skilled thrower of the football. The way he can deliver the ball on time, his feet. He has great body control. It's been great. And again, he's very similar. What's great about our room, I firmly believe, is that all those guys scream, coach me, coach. They want to be coached. They want more information. So Carson's going to keep applying those things on a daily basis and a daily habit. And I really believe that the sky's the limit for Carson Boyd.
What kind of feedback did you get from Luke after he ran QB school this summer? Like, what did he talk about that maybe he learned or he took away from it?
Thank you. Well, it was great because we had those meetings with Coach B during the fall, those end of half, the situational football stuff we do with Coach B. So he's kind of got a snapshot of that, but it's been great. I think he's got. You are who you surround yourself by. He obviously hears Coach Lunny and my voice a lot, so he has a lot of repeated behavior. But it's pretty cool. When it's all said and done, Luke Altmaier might be a coach, so we'll see.